Hello and welcome to Big Brother's Moose in the Hoose. You don't like saying that, do you, James?
No, I'm too ashamed to say it.
Why? Quack pack?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not as bad as that.
No, it's just, a bit of a weak title.
Oh, well, we did our best,
What else is available?
Exactly. Anyway, this is our penultimate Big Brother podcast, and we're going to do our last one on Friday after we've seen the show. And so we're just going to talk about the last couple of episodes.
Yeah, I can't remember them, so...
Well, luckily, I've got a few notes here that can help us along.
It's a raft of notes.
I've got my iPad out. Not really. I've got some old notebook that my mum bought me.
Other tablets are available.
She buys me like a notebook every birthday because I'm a writer, and writers write in notebooks.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, anyway, so what's in this notepad?
In this notepad, we have Andrew's eviction. Yay! I was so happy Andrew left. Were you?
Well, yeah.
I so didn't want Andrew to win. I don't mind who wins it now out of everyone. I don't. Do you?
No, I suppose not.
I just didn't want Andrew to win it. He was the way he was acting on those last few days in the house, he was so entitled, like saying, "Oh, I deserve it over Tala," all this, that and the other.
He went mad with power when he had none.
Yeah, he had that stupid haircut. He was just being really dismissive, and well, we'll get to Dan Giesling, but he just was insistent that Gillian and Emmett would save him no matter what. I mean, come on.
When we first saw Andrew in the show, what did we think about him? We thought he's a wishy-washy, he's going to be a floater, he's like nothing. He's basically like, AJ's side alliance. And, essentially that proved to be true in the end. He was nothing. He just got further than he should have done.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I did want to see Andrew cry under the covers, but sadly he didn't.
And he read up at Tala.
Yeah, he did.
I don't see why they had that row. It really annoyed me. I thought they're both on the block together. Why telling each other? There's no point. They've been quite good friends up until that point.
Tala called him a snake.
Yeah, Tala. Tala used to like him, and now she's had enough of him.
He was kept niggling at her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, he's a dickhead, isn't he?
And then Tala was like, "Are we going to have a positive or negative day?" Who does that remind you of?
Well, B from
UK Big Brother.
Yeah.
If you've never seen UK Big Brother Canada,
don't bother.
No, you should watch it. It's good,
But it's too long. We have an episode every day.
It is
so if
long.
you sat down to watch it like we watch your show,
take you about 3 years.
Yeah, you'd be fucked. You'd be there for about 2 or 3 months.
It'd be good fun to do that.
If you're at home and you got some really bad illness, then
If you snowed in or something, why not?
They're used to having snow over there. They got snow clearers and stuff.
No, well, sabotage the snowplow and settle down for a few weeks with Davina and Brian. Anyway, so we heard that someone was coming into the house for a sleepover. Andrew looked like he'd just been told he got cancer.
Andrew, you could say to Andrew, like, "Oh, I'm just getting something out of the cupboard now,"
Yeah.
And he'd go, "Oh God, it's a twist."
Yeah, yeah.
Start freaking out.
That's true, actually. So who was it who came in the house?
It was Housewives' favourite Dan Giesling.
Judas. I don't know how that song goes, but yeah.
Judas.
He's so far up to his elbows in
blood or beaks.
Oh yeah, we said beaks.
I don't know.
Anyway,
one-time Big Brother winner and one-time runner-up.
I always want to call him dangiesling.com. The world's oldest 29-year-old, oldest-looking 29-year-old.
I wonder how many copies of his $40 book he sold.
I'm surprised he didn't bring it in the house.
I reckon about 1,000 or so.
Do you think he's got his own range of bandanas as well?
He should do. He'd make more money than he does off the books. I'm sure of it. I'd buy one, and I'd also buy that swirly T-shirt that he always wore. Yeah, we used to think that. The Quack Mist T-shirt. We used to think that T-shirt was how you won the game. Like they just looked into the spiraling whatever it was, and they were just lost in the mist. And they did whatever they were told by Dan, and it worked.
It's true. So Dan came in. He's getting a bit balder, isn't he? Bless him.
Yeah, his hair didn't look good.
I always thought Dan looked old, but I used to fancy him. I don't fancy him no more. He looks pale and I don't know. He's a bit seedy, isn't he? Got a bit seedy.
Imagine him in 10 years.
Yeah.
He'd be like Mike. Yeah. You think Mike Boogie's seedy?
Yeah.
Dan would be a different story.
That's
but
true.
He needs some plugs in that hair or something.
Yeah, something needs to be done. So Dan comes in. He goes, "Who's ready to get coached up?" Yeah, he was a good coach, wasn't he?
Yeah, they didn't. It's like they didn't really say, "Oh, he's coming in as a coach," and then he was going, "Who wants to get coached up?" Like it's not season 12 or whatever the hell that.
But he did coach them and give them all a bit of advice.
Oh, he's got right on top of them.
Yeah, and
give some good advice.
The advice he gave to Andrew was good advice. Andrew just didn't listen to it, so
he should have done.
He should have done, and also. Remember Dan...
And he gave good advice to Gillian, I thought, as well.
He gave good advice to... Yeah, he said, are you playing for second place? And he gave good advice to Gary, saying you should team up with Tyler, not Gillian and Emmett, which was also good advice, which Gary did not heed.
And he told everyone to backstab as many people as possible.
Yes, well, of course. But I think Dan Geeson's got a bit of a nerve coming in going, he wants to get coached up. Can you remember his pupil, Danielle, what happened to her?
What, didn't he backstab her?
Well, yeah, like about 10 million times.
Yeah, that's the beauty of Dan Geeson.
I know, but I don't want him to be my coach.
I wouldn't mind, but only like privately on the phone, like not, so people know it's happening.
Emmett described Dan entering the house as some rando coming in here messing with my game.
Oh yeah, because I think he was HOH that week or something, and it freaked him out a bit.
Yeah,
he got got Big Brother brain.
And then and then he pretended he was going to evict someone on the spot, and he didn't.
I thought that was a bit stupid. Why would you bother doing that?
It's stupid.
Then he tried to do his own funeral again, didn't he?
Please.
And they should, I think they should have looked him in the boom room. No, because it was around the same time Gary had to stay up for 24 hours.
Yeah, they should have made Dan stay up.
Because he was a sleepover, so he should have stayed in that room with Gary and done the whole, what led to the funeral.
He should have. I just want to have a nod to Gary's denim dress that he was wearing that episode. It was probably the most unflattering item I've seen anyone wear.
A nod?
Yeah, including Arisa Cox's yellow curtain combo and...
the zebra pattern thing.
And Gillian's red jeggings.
What was he wearing? A blue?
Like a denim dress. It was really unflattering. Gary, yeah. It was horrible.
I don't
horrible it was. You probably blocked it out. Anyway, Dan held the veto competition, which was where they had to press a button really fast and take forfeits. Now, we've got a theory.
Well, you have.
No. Did anyone think Angie's button weren't working? Because
you could answer. Could you answer the question
before they finish? No, I don't think so.
I think there was like a light went, and it's like you can buzz in after this time.
Yeah, I think so. Don't and ah. Keep talking no matter what happens, because remember we get abuse if our and R in.
No, they didn't. We had someone call us cunts on Facebook basically, and they said that all we say is and
we do. We definitely mentioned this already on our podcast.
And if you're listening, listen, we got passports, so watch yourself.
What's that mean?
You know.
I don't know.
You know.
It sounds offensive though. Anyway, the only thing Angie pressed for was his stupid haircut, which he got. Tyler had a dress cut up, which was a shame because it was a nice dress actually.
Gary took all the big...
Gary took everything. Prison seat, staying up all night, slop for the rest of the season, although it's only 1 week. And then...
Emmett was basically throwing it.
Oh yeah, he took the prize. And then after that, Dan was making them do stupid things, like he made them throw water over Tyler when she was asleep.
And like doing an evil dick kind of thing.
Oh, and then Marsha come out and talked to Dan as well.
And who was she asking after?
Have you seen Peter?
Now, surely if Marsha is in that thing, surely she knows like who's
she can't walk though, can she?
Who's been evicted
She's nailed to the wall.
But surely Ted from production can say, "Look, Marsha." Like, considering Marsha's the voiceover person for Big Brother anyway, surely someone can just say, "Oh, look, this is who's gone this week." Like Peter, he's in jury.
And she goes to Dan. Oh, I hear you're not so nice about some of the people you've... I know, he said it to her, and then she said, oh, you too. That was so scripted. Ugh, I shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I thought Dan was twitching a bit when Marsha started talking, though.
Yeah, he can't cope under that pressure.
Yeah.
Anyway, Gillian trusts Emmett 1,000%. Yeah, then Dan...
They should have got Ian in.
Oh, yeah, that would have been good.
Ian would have been like, if you won it on this week and this week... then this person will go on this day. And if the moon is aligned to the left, then definitely you'll lose power of veto.
Yeah. And then Emmett and Gillian played some silly game where they were like, oh, let's sleep apart and pretend we're not close anymore. I think it might be a bit late in the game to be doing that.
Exactly.
Silly. Anyway, next, Next episode, Emmett said he was going to be straight with Andrew and tell him he was going home, and then proceeded not to be straight with Andrew and not tell him he was going home. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
I remember him having a similar thing with Tom. Then Andrew come in and was talking to Gary and going, oh, you know, Gary, do you really want to be at the end with Tala? Do you really think she deserves it? Gary was just like, oh, get out my face, give me a deal or just fuck off, basically.
Yeah.
I quite like seeing Andrew having to crawl to Gary. I thought it was hilarious. This episode, which was Thursday's episode, was absolutely packed full of filler. First we had Jury House, then we had Tala's family, then we had Gary's family. It was quite tedious, don't you think?
Well, it gets its way towards the end of the show, doesn't it?
I know.
I don't know why though. Like, they must have the good footage.
I am interested to see like their families a bit, but it just always goes on a bit too long.
You know what I've noticed though? Like, normally at this point of the game, it's like really tense and people don't like each other that much.
Yeah,
but
it's quite friendly.
It's
isn't
been quite cordial.
Yeah. Cordial.
So there's no arguments to show.
Cordial.
There's no arguments to show. So maybe that's why they're fillerising so much.
I know, but they could filler with. Yeah, I don't know. It just felt like too much filler.
I could send AJ back in to host something, or
no. Then maybe they'll send the others back in at the end tomorrow or the next day to, like, you know, when they come back in and like wave, or I don't know. They used to come back in and do the keys, didn't they, in the American one?
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they used to like sit around on the couches and do the keys. Yeah, that was quite good. I don't know why they stopped doing that. Probably because there'd be a fist fight or something.
Probably cost too much money.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then there was a technical problem when Arissa was trying to read out who had been evicted. They were like, "What? We can't hear you." That was quite amusing. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, well, their earpiece is not working.
No, so I don't know. They just couldn't quite hear. So that would have been funny if they'd evicted someone. They should have to do it. Except, sorry,
reset.
Yeah, like if they read out the wrong name or something.
Emmett would have used that to his advantage. He loves to cheat up in a competition,
yeah, he
doesn't
does.
he?
And then this pissed me off. They started the HOH competition, and it was not like it was an endurance competition or anything. It was just them answering stupid questions and dunking them in a pool.
It was a jib.
And they wouldn't show us the end of the competition. I thought, come on now. Like, making us wait till Sunday for that is a bit harsh, especially when I can't even go on Twitter and look about it.
It was, but in their defence, they'd done 12 people in 10 weeks. They packed in quite a lot, and I do feel, watching this show, I don't know how they mix it up. I can't quite work out the difference. You do get a bit more bang for your buck than you do from BBUSA, and I think there's definitely a bit more in each episode than you get from there.
Yeah,
so overall, I think you're winning.
Yeah, there's a bit less, you see less of the scheming going on. Sometimes you don't really know what's going to happen until it actually happens.
Yeah.
Which is not a good thing necessarily. Anyway, this task was a bit stupid. It was a bit cheap and nasty, I thought, didn't you?
What?
Where they dunked them in the pool and they
to
an unflattering swimming
It was cheap, but what I thought was good was that the dunking was completely irrelevant. They could have just done that as a questions thing, but the dunking was just like an extra little insult. So I kind of quite liked that.
I think it was just they wanted to get them in their swimming costumes because they've all put on a few pounds over the summer. They wanted to over the winter, and they wanted to humiliate them.
Well, they do like a bit of that, don't they?
Yeah. But anyway, guess who won HOH?
I don't know. Tell me.
Jillian!
Ooh.
Woo! Her 4th HOH. Yay! Who wants to see my HOH room? Even Emmett didn't want to see it, and he's been shooting his load in there the past few nights. Oh no, he hasn't because he's been hiding. Oh yeah, and then Tala was sitting with Jillian outside, and she was pretending she don't understand how like the final week works with the veto and all that.
Well, you said no. She claimed that she was pretending to be thick.
Yeah, nah, Tala. No, I don't know actually because I was watching some live feed, and Tala seemed a lot more on the ball than she does on the.
So you're saying her stupidity is like an act?
I think some of it is, and some of it isn't. Basically,
right.
But
so she's half idiot, half genius.
But what's the benefit of acting stupid?
Well, it depends what sort. If you're looking to like fail like an exam, or
Why would you be looking to do that?
So you don't get into something you don't want to get involved with. Okay.
What? Anyway, so basically, this week we think Emmett might be fucked, don't we?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a strong chance of him going. I think.
Basically, anyone can go except Jillian, depending on who wins the veto, and everyone would be mad not to put Emmett out, wouldn't they? He knows it. Everyone knows it.
I would say. Well, logically, that's the case.
Yeah.
Jillian's saying she wants to take Emmett.
But
Jillian's saying she wants to take everyone.
But what did Jillian's mum say in her letter to Jillian?
She said, well, I don't know. Didn't you write this down?
Well, you thought that they'd missed off the PS.
No, but basically, that letter was telling her, don't get cop blobs, wasn't it?
Right, yeah.
So, when they have this thing where they get a message from home, a letter from home, and people in a veiled way try and say, don't
take
let
that
the
person,
eagle go to the left at the